ballpark.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 12 of the Bronx and Nothing podcast. We are back. Kevin, I want to say the vibes are good. We're still in last place, but I don't want to start off that way, so that's probably a
What the
terrible way to
hell?
start it off. But we won the series, Kev. We won the series. We beat the Cleveland baseball team. Sorry, the Cleveland Guardians. Beat the Cleveland
they from?
Guardians. Cleveland, but I mean, I don't even know their name at this point, bro. It's changed so many times. Nah, it's always great. It's always great to beat them. We needed this series badly. I don't care if it's April or it's May now. I don't care that it's May. We needed this series, Kev. And I know we're not healthy, but this was
That's an understatement.
should have swept them, honestly. But
Yes.
we'll take the 2 out of 3 while we can. Walk off today. The vibes were great today. We'll get into that, a little later on in the episode. But Kevin, let me stop talking. How are you feeling overall? Yankees life. Talk to us.
I mean, I'm feeling better. I'm still battling the cold. Still got the sniffles. But after a much stressful Monday, Mondays could be stressful. And Boone made it even more stressful. We'll talk about it in a few, but it's always nice to end in a dub and plus win the series and take this momentum to the next series. And a friend of mine got to sit in Legends today and was whole hype. He still hasn't shut up about. Look at that. He's still. Mary, how about you? How was your day?
Oh, my day today was good. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get to game 3 because I want to finish
Because
off
in game
with
1 you were
five.
in the bleachers. Okay.
And it was cold. It was cold. I mean, it's May. Why is the weather like this?
I don't know.
Why is it still cold in May?
I had to play a little bit.
I know.
All right.
I know. Listen, if the people that came to the stadium, those are like Trevi said, the real fans stayed. People take offense to that. Like, listen, guys.
That's all right.
People at work the next day. It is what it is, man. But the real fans stay for all 27 plus outs. I mean, you never know at this point. Let's get to game 1, Kev. Let's get to game 1.
Game uno.
Which, Kev,
Domingo?
not a lot happened. Domingo on a Monday.
There you go.
Domingo on a Monday.
There you go.
And he was going against Cal Quancho, and he didn't have good numbers. He's actually on my fantasy team. He's on my fantasy team, and I had him on the bench. I'm like, Yankees lineup's going to turn up, of course. They only scored 2 runs. And not much happened, Kev. The Yankees only
No Bader that game.
had offense. No Bader yet. He came
Bader
up.
does
So,
own content.
yeah. Yes, he does.
He got lucky.
Got him once in the ALDS game 1, and then he got him game 4 last year. So that was good. In the third, Trevino hit a solo shot. Hey, listen, that was a bomb, and he continues.
425 feet. Continues on his hot streak after the picture.
Exactly. People know about it. If you watch my Twitter, you look at that stuff, I'm always posting that picture. I like to give myself credit, pat myself on the back. DJ LeMay, you had an RBI single, huge RBI single, 2 out, love 2 out hits to make it 2-0. And Kev, Domingo Germán was cruising when a lot of people were like, us included, were like, yo, we got to win the first game and the second game because we got Clark going the third game. And we'll talk about the third game a little bit, but Domingo was cruising, Kevin. He only gave, 1 hit going into the 9th inning.
Yep.
He strikes out Miles Straw, and I see Clay Holmes in the bullpen, right?
Who was warming up before that?
Listen, from my seat, I didn't see it, but now I know it was Michael King.
Okay.
Everybody was saying it was Michael King, so I'm like, damn, maybe King, if Domingo starts giving up, a hit or 2. I know how the Yankees work. Once you give up a hit, everybody starts to panic. Like, it's a bad thing to give up a hit. I mean, obviously you don't want to give up a hit, but I mean, bro, the guy was cruising all game, and
Listen,
he was pretty upset.
We can argue both ways because I'm one of the proponents of leaving the guy in a batter too long. I say that a lot, especially about Clark more than any other pitcher.
Yeah.
But as Boone himself said, that he looked very good in the 7th, 8th, and in the beginning of that 9th. You could have argued either way. Either it's his game to lose because Germán has pitched that well. I think he's earned that. Or you bring in your best guy in the bullpen, who has not been Clay Holmes since before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
He is not your best arm in the pen. He's not, Mario. Tell me he is, because I'm going to get mad.
Listen,
I'm going to get worse.
Listen, I try to be positive.
No, don't try that. Just speak from your heart.
Everybody, listen, I've said this before on the pod. When Clay Holmes warms up, he like makes me nervous because he's very erratic. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't want to bring up Chapman, but he's like Chapman out there. Like, that might be a casual take. I don't know, but you watch him out there, like, because usually I like to see the guys, like, their body language when they come out. Obviously, these guys, all nasty stuff, they're all in the big leagues. Kevin.
He doesn't seem calm up there.
He's never calm. In game three, he wasn't either. Kevin, right after he gave up that single, he was throwing like 2 more pitches, right? He threw the first one to the backstop. And then he bounced one in the dirt, and he was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, no, bro, you're not good. You just threw one to the backstop, and you bounced one and hit Higgy in the face mask. Like, what are you doing? But, I don't know. That's like...
Listen.
Body language is a thing, so, yeah.
What I was going to say is to finish about game 1. Because there's more. With Boone, there's always more.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk about more. Yeah, I was at the good part,
but here, if your argument is I'm going to bring my best guy against their best guys, just to give you a quick stat, who was coming up there, Quan singled, right? Ahmed Rosario.
He singled off Herman, yes.
Yeah. Ahmed Rosario was up next. J-Ram, who's a switch hitter. And then Naylor, who's a lefty. Your best arms in the pen, numbers-wise, is and eye-wise, meaning sight. Everybody can see that. Is King and Wandy number 2, then Ron, then even Cordero or Abreu.
We got listen, Cordero. Yeah.
Clay is like your 7th option. I would put Nick out there first before I put Clay. Okay, Nick, whoever, Tinez, right? Martinez.
Ramirez.
Ramirez, Martinez, Sanchez, because we keep on switching a guy every other 3 weeks when we need an extra arm. But listen, to my point is, if that is your argument that you want to put your best guy out there, it's not Clay Holmes. Number 1. Number 2, did you know that J-Ram is currently hitting 150, 160 off as a right-hander? Do you really want J-Ram batting lefty in Yankee Stadium? Why not bring Wandy if you're such a lover of the numbers? I can go on with ways that this it didn't work and didn't make sense for Clay Holmes.
It didn't make sense to a lot of fans, Kevin. It's like they were angry, not even because Clay Holmes. Like, Boone, why? Like, the guy was next to me was like, bro, why is he doing, like, why do the Yankees do this? And I'm like, I don't know what it is, bro. At that point, like, Herman's dealing, I mean, he didn't really deal. Yeah, it's just
you're more on the side that you wanted to see Herman get the shutout.
Yeah,
which I can agree as well. Even Herman with 80 pitches, 90 pitches, Mario. I think he was at 87, 89. Even Herman with 90 pitches is a better option than right there in that game than Clay Holmes. I mean,
also Ian Hamilton. Ian Hamilton has also been good for the Yankees. We'll talk about him.
Oh, I forgot about Ian Hamilton. Forget about Cordero then. Put Hamilton 4th and Abreu 5th, Ian, and then you put Cordero 6th, and then Clay is your 7th option right now. That's how bad he's looked.
Yeah. Also, I'm not crazy about Ron pitching in the 6th. I like him there. His stuff is nasty. I want him to get bigger spots. You know what I mean? Kevin, I think he can get outs in the 8th or 9th inning. I mean, listen, it's not like it's his first year as a Yankee. He got big outs last year against some big-time guys. So that's another thing. We'll wrap up game 1, though. We had our rants about Clay Holmes and Boone. He gave up a single. Herman gave up a single. He was still in the game. Then they brought in Holmes. That's when the fans were upset. Then he had like a little tapper to his right side, which is still a tough play to make, but it was like 2 steps. Holmes like slips and falls, safe at first, reached on an error. Then Ramirez hits a single. So it's bases loaded and 1 out. 1 out still with the bases loaded. Yep. And Naylor comes up, sneaks it right by Peraza. He's all hyped at first base. He ties the game up 2-2. Then he puts Wandy in. When Josh Bell's a switch hitter, I don't know. They want him to hit from the right side. Fine. He walks. Wandy walks.
I'm sorry. J-Ram couldn't have batted from the right side, which he's batting 150 currently. Boone,
I know.
Who's in that office, man? It's like you have a game. You guys sit there and play MLB The Show the night before and put in the pictures, fix the situations, write down the whole. I tweeted that. If you're gonna tell me that he was gonna go in no matter what, if you have a pre-game plan and you're not gonna switch it up and you're not gonna manage a game, which is what you're there for, to manage and read the room, read your pitchers, read the atmosphere, manage human beings, then what the hell are you there for, Boone? I'm sorry. This is all like this is. I get. Clay Holmes got the ground ball because he did bobble it. That is true. But at the end of the day, he shouldn't have been in that spot, no matter what, no matter how you slice it. Sorry, Mario.
No, you're good. Not that spot. But Wandy, so he walks Bell, right? Then he gets the K, and I'm like, all right. You know, Wandy gets out of this 2-2. You know, we're pissed. Herman doesn't get the win. You know, he's pissed. Everybody's pissed. But listen, keep it at 2-2.
Herman is surprised. I think that's what he looked like.
Yeah. But so Jimenez... And Wandy gets him swinging, right? Strikes out swinging. And he walks Zunino, which is very unlike Wandy. It was like 3-2. They were battling back and forth.
That was a good pitch, though. Yeah. It looked like it crossed over the plate. I mean, yes, it was inside, but that was a big league take from Zunino.
Yeah, he didn't bite. They pinched it for Gonzalez, and Gonzalez flew out to right. So the bases stayed loaded, and then the Yankees went down 1-2-3. I mean, it's Class A. Like, I'm not saying he's impossible because we got to him. We got to him in Game 3, but
seems like we always do here and there.
Yeah, true, which is good. But we got to him in Cleveland actually this year, which is great. But Glaber with like a soft ground out, DJ with a soft ground out, and again, I know you say he's not
man of the hour,
but that's how baseball is, man. It's unfortunate. It just feels like every time like the baseball gods do this, they bring up the guy that everybody is like either they're pulling for. Or the guy that, like, you know, everybody, like, we want him gone. They brought him in. They brought him in the game. I think it was to pinch run at one point. Oh, no, a defensive replacement. And they booed him when they announced his name. And then, you know, he gets one at bat and he Ks. And I get Class A is nasty, but he looked way overmatched, Kevin. And that was a tough loss for the Yankees. We were at 500 at that point. We were at 500, Kevin.
But we should have won that game. Yankees Twitter's going nuts. So much negativity, more than normal.
Yeah, really.
Understandably so. And then and then you have a manager who goes out in press conferences, and I get that you're not going to bash your guys, and we understand that part. But sometimes take a little accountability for yourself and say maybe it could have been, this is what we thought for, but maybe it wasn't the best decision, looking at it in hindsight. But at the end of the day, this is what we planned for. We stuck to it. Take a little accountability. Stan takes accountability.
Definitely. And listen, I know it's not going to be like a popular take. And Kev, you know how I am. I defend all my players, the manager, and everything. I'll say this. I'm not the biggest Boone fan, but I'm a Boone guy. He's our manager. I try to see from us like what perspective he's looking at. But, I mean, Game 1 and Game 3, some of the moves were head-scratching, Kevin. It's like, you cannot defend that. I don't care how much you love the guy. You cannot defend those moves, Kevin. All right, no. Let's get the vibes positive now. Let's go on to Game 2, Kevin. It didn't start off great, but we'll talk about what happened.
Did it get colder in Game 2?
Cold World again, the guy that we need on the mound, Kev. One, you know, what are we 7-0 now in his starts? He's still 5-0.
Yes, sir.
He got the no decision, but it was a rocky start. Kevin, he didn't have his best stuff. He did not have his best stuff.
From the get. I think he had 40 pitches in 2 innings. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, my God.
He was at 87. He was at 87 pitches after the 4th, I'm pretty sure. Something around there, which was like, I'm looking up, I'm like, damn.
He needs a 1-2-3.
Like they'll bring him out for the 5th, but, I mean, at this point, you're just hoping he can get us through the 5th and we can get the lead. And I'm like,
a 6.
I'm hoping this is not rock bottom. You know, I can't even lie to you, Kev. Like, towards the 6th, first let me talk about what happened in the 3rd. So, in the 3rd, Rosario single, Ramirez single. And then Naylor hits like that double. He didn't even hit it hard.
No.
Just like kind of past Rizzo. Rizzo was playing more towards kind of like not on the line. He wasn't hugging the line.
That's a 1997 double.
Yeah, I mean, it just like it bloops in. You know, that's the way they play baseball. Double bloops in, and they take a 1-0 lead. He walks Bell. He had a lot of walks. I think he walked 4 guys, which is very unlike him.
Cold. More cold than he probably wanted himself. So
yeah, definitely. Still in the third. So he walks Bell. Then he gets Jimenez to ground out, which made it 2-0. And I thought we could have gotten a double play on that, Kev. It happened to Rizzo in game 3. He kind of like slipped and fell, and all he could do was kind of touch.
I still feel he could have went to second.
He was gonna go home with it actually when he fell, and he decided people were like, "Oh, Riz, what are you doing?" I guess he just bad footing. I don't know what it was. Then he got Sanino Takei, so that made it 2-0. And he gave us 6 strong, Kev.
Yeah,
it wasn't his best
AKs.
stuff,
He walked 3, which is unusual.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take that with not his best stuff.
For not his best stuff, I'll take it all day.
Definitely. Yankees got some life in the 6th. The kid, our shortstop, Anthony Volpe, hits one to the porch to make it a 2-1 game. Glaber doubled. Then they took out the Guardian starter. They brought in Karinchak. And listen, as much as people want to hate him, the guy's nasty. I'll say this. He showboats and stuff like that, but the guy is nasty.
He's a cringe showboater. If he could showboat better, I respect him. What this all jumping in? I wonder if he was looking at Canley later when Canley was like,
Canley. Shout out to my boy Nick Terrell. He was he posted the video of like how I think it was like how it started and like how it ended, and it was Canley going like this. I didn't even realize that. I saw that today, which was pretty funny.
Can't wait till he's back.
Oh my god, yeah, I love his energy. So they brought Karinchak in, and Rizzo actually he hit a single RBI single, tie the game up 2-2. And I'm like, all right, Cole's gonna get the loss. Let's win this game. And then they send Rizzo for some reason. People said it was a hit and run to the stadium. I don't understand that.
I still feel like he could have made it.
Yeah,
he did it.
I mean, Rizzo and DJ both got panels on their back, and DJ strikes out. So that's the
DJ seemed pissed at that too, because I think he swung a defensive swing when Rizzo went.
Defensive. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. In the 7th, Quan grounds out. Then Rosario, he lines out to Bader. Bader made a couple nice plays. I was happy to see him back, even though I think he only had one hit.
Yeah,
had a hit that night, so that was good. I mean, guys, he didn't have spring training.
Yeah,
he didn't have a full spring training. So
it wasn't Cal Contra out there, so.
Yeah, so you gotta, if it's not Cal Contra, you gotta expect Bader to do nothing. No, I'm joking. Ramirez walks, and they bring in Wandy. They take out Ron. That's the one thing I feel like whenever Ron walks somebody, they have to like yank him right away, which I don't understand that. I mean, the guy, he gets lefties anyway.
They brought that up that he always, and I'm seeing it more and more now. Every time with 2 outs, you bring in a reliever. Now I like it because
clean innings.
Now to an extent, sometimes it makes sense because you can take that guy out in the next inning if he gives up a walk and a lead off, whatever. But when you do it all the time, it's like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, that's like head scratching. He brings in Wandy and he gets nailed to ground out. Gets it to lefty. He wanted lefty on lefty. He gets him to ground out. And then in the bottom of the 7th, yo, he can bang.
He bangs.
He can bang.
He bangs. Willie Bangs.
Willie
Bangs.
Willie can bang. He gives us a 3-2 lead, which was huge. And I'm like, listen, man. At that point, like,
what was all this? Karinchak, what's all this?
Honestly, it's even better taking the lead off Karinchak. I love that.
I can also.
That was Colo Suave. Yeah, Willie homered, and in Needs, we kind of got into some trouble. Bell singled, and then he got a ground out. Wandy got a ground out from Jimenez. And then they brought in King with the runner on second, which was, it's a big part in the game. And I'm like, and I'm hoping King could come out and, I don't know if you remember last year.
He's not Clay Holmes. He's not Clay Holmes.
He can get 2 innings, guys. He can get 5 outs. So I'm hoping that he comes in and he just shuts the door. Boone lets him get the 5 outs. And I'll be honest with you, Kev. I'm like looking over to the bullpen. I'm like, anybody in there? I can't hear the pop in the glove. That's what I usually hear when a guy's in the bullpen. So I'm like, all right, he's not coming in. King does a beautiful job, with the runner on second. K's Zanino and K's Brennan, which is huge. And then some insurance. I love insurance runs, Kevin. It makes it easier on the heart. I'm young, guys. I'm still young. And I want to live a long life. I want to see the Yankees win multiple World Series. I want to be able to go to the Yankee Stadium and enjoy myself. I don't want to have to sweat every time. We're in the 9th inning. I don't want it to be a one-run game every time. So yeah, Kevin, I know you feel the same way. You don't want to sweat. You're tired of sweating. So DJ LeMahieu RBI single to make it 4-2. And then in the ninth, kind of smooth sailing a little bit. I got kind of worried a little bit because, the tying run was at the plate. Straw K's, ground out from Quan. Then he walked Rosario. I'm like, oh my God, J-Ram's coming up. And he gets him to ground out, and the Yankees win 4-2. So that was nice, Kev.
Yeah, just a quick recap. Willie with the home run in the 7th. Volpe, 2 hits. Home run in the 6th. Riz with the RBI as well there in the 6th. Also 2 hits. And then DJ with the RBI in the 8th. Those were the ribbies. And as well, King scoreless, 3 strikeouts with an inning and a third and 2/3. I'm sorry. And Ronnie and Peralta each had 2/3, which was the odd thing that you were talking about. So,
which is good, yeah, clean inning. I just don't quite understand that from the Yankees, but it is what it is. And then game 3, I'm gonna say a little bit like this is kind of kind of off topic about the Yankees a little bit. Today's been a crazy day for me. I actually took my last final in college, of my 3rd year. So I still have 2 semesters to go, but little bit of applause for me. I'm done with my 3rd year, so I had to drive to school, pick up everything, give my keys in, and then drive back to the stadium with my dad, which was crazy. It's been a crazy day. I'm pretty exhausted, but I was just like, listen, Clark, I'm gonna need you to shove, all right? So once I get home with my dad, I get a surprise. He's like, oh, check your email. Check my email, and they surprised me with Legends tickets. So I'm sitting in the Legends for the first time, which was so dope. An experience every Yankee fan has to experience. Saw Osvaldo Cabrera, which was super dope. He was as nice as people say. I basically told him, we were speaking in Spanish. I was like, yo, keep your head up or whatever. Like, he's still young. We love his smile. And he basically told me, he's like, yeah, you have a 95? I was like, yeah, a 95 jersey. He's like, bring it to me. DM me. I'll sign it. Like, I mean, bro, these guys don't owe us anything, and it's just super cool. Drop me a follow on Instagram, which is pretty cool. Love that. Un de lo mío as well, though. So yeah, super nice of him to do that. But let's get to the game. But yeah, it's been a crazy day.
How was your steak and your sushi and everything you had?
Nah, sushi, bro. That's too healthy for me. Come on now. Sushi. I don't eat that, bro. I had some
Did you have a beer?
And fries, steak. I don't drink.
Not one? Okay.
Nah, I just had, I think, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper right now. I had a Pepsi, and I think it was like Sierra Mist, like the off-brand Sierra Mist that they have at the stadium now.
No problem.
I don't know what that's
Seats
about.
Are good, man. A few people. Some people saw you here and there.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, you see me like I'm there. Listen, guys, I'm a little different at the game. Like I'm positive, but I get kind of nervous, so I'm just there like praying. Especially with Clark. Like I know Kevin's not. A lot of people aren't that are listening, but I want Clark to do well. Everybody does, but I still think he can be good.
We all want him to do well.
Yeah,
I know. It's frustrating when he doesn't, and he continues not to. And
he struggled today.
But today he has definitely 100% excuse. Defense wasn't there for him in the first inning.
In the first inning, Steven Kwan hits a single right away, and I'm sitting behind the plate. I mean, he just slapped it the other way. Good piece of hitting there. Then he should have gotten a double play. Volpe to Torres, and Labor overshoots Rizzo. I think he would have been out if the throw was online. They didn't give Labor an error for it, which was a little bit weird. Then he gets a ground ball from Ramirez. Should have been a double play. And Rizzo boots it. He kind of kicks it away. I don't even know what happened. Tries to he didn't flip it to Schmidt. Tries to go to the bag with it, and Ramirez just beat him to the bag. So you got first and second with only one out. And I'm like, man, this is not what Clark needs to start off the game.
Hell no.
Listen, I know it's April, and I sound like a broken record, but we need this game. We need this game, Kev. I don't want to be 500 going into Tampa. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball. You got Wander Franco, flicking a baseball in the air, throwing. I think it was Ryan Reynolds. I was like, yo, they're showboating and everything over there. Jose Siriotro, he's Dominican. He has a lot of passion. I mean, it's how they play. That's the brand of baseball they play, and they're smart. But going back to the game, so he gets Naylor, he strikes out Naylor. Naylor didn't do much to series besides the hit off Clay.
He never does much.
I know you're not a fan.
It's more talk than anything else.
Nah, you'll say. So
there's people that strike fear when they're coming up to bat, right?
Yeah.
Naylor is not one. He is
Devers, J-Ram, guys like that. But
yeah, there's guys that strike fear in the situation. Naylor has never been that.
Fair enough. You know, they want to be the enemy. Everybody wants to be our rival. Got so many teams in the AL, but it's not gonna happen, guys. Relax. So there was 2 outs, and I'm like, all right, Clark, get out of this. No damage done, right? I'm hoping that's not the case. Bell single, Jimenez single, and then that makes the game 2-0. And then he gets Brennan a ground out. So at that point, it's like, damn, man. Like, I just wanted him to get a clean first inning. And he battled, Kevin. He wasn't even great. The 5th, he got Rosario to strike out. And then he gave up a single to Ramirez, and they yanked him. And the Yankees offense was quiet for like the first 4 innings. They bring in Ian Hamilton.
Well, those guys were the ones. Those were the guys that scored in the first inning. So makes sense for them not to leave him in there. So
definitely. And I think there's an off day tomorrow, Kev. You don't have to use Clark. You don't need length from Clark. We played Tampa on Friday, so I was like, man, you could use the bullpen early if you really need it. Like I said, so Hamilton comes in, he picks off Ramirez, which is huge there. Then he K's Naylor. Like I said, Naylor didn't do much besides the single off Clay Holmes, which we don't want to talk about anymore. And then the Yankees get some life in the 5th, Kevin. From two heroes that everybody expects, obviously. You see their jerseys all over Yankee Stadium, Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers. They're going to retire 24 and 61 at Monument Park. They told me they're going to have the plaques ready. Like, they're already outside making them, because people always say, the Yankees retired too many numbers. Sorry, guys, they're retiring 24 and 61 already, so you guys are going to be upset about that.
Willie Bangs again.
Willie Bangs. Boone since
you should walk up to Vida Loca. Just wear it. Live in the Vida Loca. Come on, bro. You should just walk up to that. I mean, why not?
Listen, also, another thing.
Another 2-hit night for him. I think he has like 3 in the last 6-7 games. I got to double check.
And he went deep last night, so, hey, keep banging, Willie. We love you if you bang. Pause. Bader almost went deep, too, in that inning. He actually threw the bat down, which I never really see him show any frustration, but, I guess he, just missed it. He wants to help out the team. But, no, that was fine, so.
That would have been something, huh? Game. A back-to-back? I haven't seen that in a while.
Back-to-back. Oh, that would have been beautiful. But still, we tied up the game 2-2 off Bieber. Mind you, this was Bieber against Clark Schmidt. People thought we didn't have a chance. I texted my buddy. I was like, we're winning this game. Listen, I don't know how.
But who tied it up?
Bowers. 2-2. Bowers 2-2. We love that. Yo, Bowers, listen.
Makes an amazing catch his first game. Has to leave because he left his face on that wall. And the second game back, a home run. All his at-bats look competitive. He smokes the ball. That home run was 105 off the bat. 105.
Yeah, it was smoke. And he knew it, too. I mean, he's probably like, yo, guys, I could do this at Yankee Stadium for a long time. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even asking him. I know people are like, this guy sucks. Cashman, we're not going to give him credit. And I know everybody's mad at Cashman for, how the team is right now, how he's blaming injury and stuff like that. But I will say this, and I know people are not going to I'm not giving him props, but I will say, we don't need Bauer to be Matt Carpenter, bro. Nobody's going to be Matty Carpenter, going to rock the stash like he did last year. Those vibes were different. I just need him to be hot for a couple weeks, Kev.
Yes.
Is that a lot to ask?
Ride the wave.
Listen, just get hot for a couple weeks, you and Willie. And a lot of people are like,
Willie keep
I don't
banging.
care what
Willie got to keep banging. Bowers gets in there. That's it, man. Little hits here from Glaber. Solo shots. Trevi continues to. After that picture, I mean, come on.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
You took a picture with Waldo. Let's keep a look at that.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye on.
It never works the night of the picture. It works after.
The next night. The next night. So he goes deep in Tampa. He starts flexing. Obviously, write it down. Write it down right now. Put the bet down. All right, so let's go to the 8th. IKF singles, and then he steals, right? And then Higgy hits a sac fly. So I'm like, all right, we're cooking here. We're cooking. IKF goes to 3rd. I'm like, yo, this is going to be Volpe. Another Volpe Yankee moment, signature moment. He grounds out to 3rd. IKF, he goes home. He goes right on contact. I thought they were going to challenge it because it was kind of close. My jump.
It is. I don't know. I mean, again, if they're playing in, and that was a rocket. I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, it's tough at that point. I think Bieber was still in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bieber was still in. I mean, his pitch count was extremely low. I think he had like 27 pitches. Rizzo got a single in the bottom of the fourth. He had 29 pitches at that point. Yeah. I'm like, man, this guy's cruising. So like I said, Volpe grounded out. And I think it was like a balk or something. Then he moved over to second, and Gleyber flies out. So he gets left stranded. And then the ninth and the 10th is where a lot happened. So in the ninth, it was Jimenez grounds out. Then he gets Brennan to K, right? And they take... Yeah, he's cruising. They bring in Holmes. And... Guys,
¿Pero por qué, coñazo? ¿Para qué lo voy a traer?
Nah, I know. Kev.
That was me.
Kev,
that's how I read.
People were booing it, and it's like the guy behind me was telling me, he's been a Yankee fan, has season tickets for the longest time. He's like, I come to Legends, like once every series, which is cool. Super cool guy. Forget the name, but he was super cool. And he was just saying, like, he's like, you're young. Why is Boone bringing this guy in? I mean, you could manage. And then, listen, when he gave up the single, no joke, I'm like heartbroken. When he gave up the single to Gonzalez, this guy's like, way to go, Boone. Way to go. Way to F us over
Not
again.
Even.
Way to F us
the double
again.
before that. He gives up a double from Rip.
He gave up a double to Straw. Mm-hmm. But the game is still tied. Yeah, and
Straw. I think that's Straw's second hit against us since the ALDS.
Yeah, that was a tough play. I didn't get a good read. Like, I mean, at least knock it down at that point. I don't know if you're trying to make us like a sparkler of a play. Just knock it down, man. We'll live with that.
The Oscar thing, I just felt like I love the hustle. I love the hustle, but in the outfield, center fielder is a captain, and in the infield, it's the shortstop. So I felt like IKF could have laid off that, especially since this guy's coming back from an injury, dude. But
yeah, he could. Yeah, Gonzalez.
I hope he's okay. First of all, might have been because he got banged up in the head, Bader. But hope you wake up okay, because that's what we have to wait for. Is that you wake up fine. Because, I mean, It seems to be after the game, everybody's okay, but then they wake up and something's funny. Hopefully that's not the case with Bader. We definitely need him out there.
Yeah, we definitely need him. Like I said, Gonzalez, I'm hearing SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm getting flashbacks from last year. I still have nightmares about that game. That was an insane game. Back to this game, though, because we won, but we'll get into that. So he made the game 3-2 in the ninth. And you hear fire Boone, and I didn't think you were able to hear it on the broadcast because it was like behind me in section. I was in section 20, so 120A, 120B, 121. You hear fire Boone, fire Boone. Then you hear like Boone sucks, and then once Quan grounds out, you hear fire Cashman, and I was like, wow, like, listen. From what I remember, and I'm at the stadium pretty much every game. Last Yankee home game I missed was actually when Stan hit the grand slam against the Pirates. That's the last Yankee home game I've missed. In 2021, we were playing pretty bad, and we lost the Jared Walsh game. I was actually at that. Everybody remembers that. It was like 2 a.m. He hit a grand slam off Chapman. It was like 3 rain delays. Ohtani started the game. That's the last time I heard fire Boone chants. Because remember, last year we still won the division. I don't think it really got bad to a point last year in August. We still had a crazy lead on the division. The boos were loud, but never fire Boone. We were still in the league with the division. But in 2021...
In all honesty, though, in August, it wasn't his fault for Boone. Like, a lot of our guys Stanton went down, a lot of our guys went down, and it's the dog days of August. I mean, but it wasn't really Boone.
The fans don't care, though.
But let's be honest. It's Boone's management of the bullpen. It's his main issue. I don't like how he flips the lineup every day either. I don't love it, but I can deal with that. But the management of the bullpen, you got to get better. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but it's like we were talking about it, and I'm reading on Twitter because I'm one of the guys that they're not going to fire Boone and they're not going to fire Cashman, unfortunately. So we're stuck with them, fans. Sorry. Has to be something very drastic for any of them to not be here. Number one. Yeah. Number two is just they gotta get better in the bullpen. You can't keep telling me that Clay Holmes is a guy. You're basically turning Clay Holmes into IKF for us last year at shortstop. That's exactly what you're doing. So you saw what happened to IKF in the playoffs, right? You didn't trust him. So we're telling you now in advance, don't trust Clay Holmes. Sorry.
And I'm getting PTSD from like the Reds game 2 of last year because I had pretty good seats, and I remember him last year. I think I spoke about this a couple episodes ago. How on the Michael K show the next day, he was like, "Yeah, Boone's like, I'm gonna go back to him." After he had that meltdown, he's like, "I want to get him the ball like tonight to get like his brain back into like closing or whatever. Like, he had a bad night last night. I know he's your closer, bro. It's not about feelings. It's about winning games. You can't be giving away games, especially. I know it's early, especially since we're in last place. The AL East is good. I think 4 teams are gonna make it to the playoffs from the AL East, right? I think Boston just beat Toronto again today. They just took 2 from Toronto. So Boston's been playing well. They're above 500, just like us.
You have to play at this point like you want the division. That is always number one, but you have to be realistic. Tampa Bay's gonna have a month like August or a collapse like we did to be fighting for that.
Or
division.
we play insanely well against them.
Either or.
Like I'm saying, 7-2. I think we play three.
We play 7 games in these 2 weeks, and we don't have Judge for the first series. So if we're able to take one, I'll take it.
We'll talk about that after. So he gets Quan ground out. We're still on the top of the 9th. So that was the end. And then we go to the bottom of the 9th. Class A comes in. And people start to leave the stadium. It starts raining. Rizzo singles. Huge leadoff knock from Rizzo. I'm from behind on plate. I'm watching the game. And Class A's nasty. Seeing him up in close and person, he was throwing a cutter. His stuff was disgusting. So Rizzo gets a single, and they pinch run Rizzo with Peraza. Peraza steals. He doesn't slide. And then he rolls his ankle. That's what they said, that he rolled his ankle. Then Hicks comes in to pinch run for Peraza. And they announce him, Kevin, pinch running, and the guy gets booed. At that point, I'm like,
at that point,
bro, he's getting $10 million.
I do not want to see him anymore if Jake Bauers is healthy.
Yeah,
I'm clear. If you have Bader, Bauers, and Willie Banger, you got to have them out there. And Oswaldo, Hicks is like your that option. If a guy gets hurt, a pinch runner, hurt, pinch runner. Oh, Hicks, can you catch? Okay, then you're cat. Like that's your option for Hicks for me right now. At that option, I feel like it was excessive. He's pinch running because obviously Peraza got hurt. Who's gonna run? Trevino?
Yeah, he ended up pinch hitting in the 10th. So no, you need an extra catcher just in case. So like we said,
pinch running.
Hicks pinch runs, and then DJ took ground out to Naylor. He was like faking out he was gonna go to third base with it. I was like, you don't got an arm. I dare you to throw it to third. You probably throw it away. He just takes it at first. So went out there, and then the guy who bangs, and he's been banging all right. Not a homer this time. Oppo Taco, off Class A, RBI single. Beautiful piece of hitting from Willie. I saw his OPS was up to 759 now. Okay, Willie
Bangs.
up to 759. He's been banging ever since Boone said that, bro. And then listen, I'm not taking the blame for this. Guys, Kevin just said it. Oswaldo hit into a double play. It's gonna work the next game he plays. The magic works the next game. It's not gonna work right away. He has to sleep on it, view my pictures. He just followed me, so he's going deep now. Come on. So yeah, Oswaldo heads into an inning-ending double play. And then we go to the 10th. And I actually went live on Twitter, and I'm like, oh my God, Abreu's coming in. And it's not even like last year where I was like, I think he can do the job. Runner on second, which is tough. Huge thing in the first at bat is to always get a K. You don't want the runner to advance, if possible. They didn't bunt. And Rosario actually has been getting a lot of hate from Cleveland fans. I was reading about that a little bit. He Ks. Intentionally walk Ramirez. Kevin. No, you can't get mad at that. It's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Especially, no brainer, especially with Naylor.
That's 350 against the Yankees.
Yeah. So that's a no brainer. And then a beautiful double play by Glaber. Kind of comes to the side of it. Goes to Volpe. Goes to first with it.
Volpe
Naylor double play.
With a nice arm that a lot of us, including myself, thought that he didn't have a strong arm.
I would take that. Yep.
A lot of us thought that's what was fed to us. We're sorry, Volpe.
Yeah, we're sorry. You have a good arm, and you've been killing it. You've been killing it. His at-bats, bro. I mean, Quan caught that ball earlier in the game.
Yeah.
I think it was his first at-bat. I'm like, bro, these guys catch everything. So irritating. But that's the baseball they play. So the Yankees get that double play, and we go to the 10th. Bauers. First of all, I want to give him props with a fantastic at bat, an absolutely beautiful at bat off Trevor Stephan. He works a walk, and he was throwing. Yeah, he was throwing nasty stuff, laying off that, being disciplined, and they have IKF bunt. And to be honest with you, Kevin, man, I don't know how you feel about this. Though. It is, but I was worried about Higgy because he does K. He K's a lot, and Stefan has gross stuff. So I'm like, damn, like hopefully I don't know. Just Higgy.
It's like it's that or IKF hits a lot of weak contact. You can hit into a double play.
I feel that.
So
I understood
the
that.
correct play is, and if you're arguing this, I'm not saying that you. I'm just saying some people actually were, and even some of the analytical guys that are on Twitter were like, that was the right play, and IKF did a great bunt.
Listen, Kevin, just tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. That's all you. I'm joking. So IKF bunts. We got second and third. Enfield's playing up. Trevino gets the 2 strikes, walks it off. We needed that badly. Yankees win 4-3. I'm going home happy. We win the series, I believe. 2 games above 500 now. That's always nice. And Kevin, we go on to the Rays now. Nestor's not pitching on Sunday anymore. Strep throat or something, but they just pushed the start back. So Cole will go on normal rest. There is an off day, so Cole will go on normal rest. On Sunday at the Trop, I was thinking about going. I think I'm going to wait because they're going to build a new stadium so soon, I'm pretty sure. So I'll probably just end up going. Maybe I'll go late in the year if they're playing.
Tampa's our spot, bro. We already have the Airbnb set. You know.
I'm looking at the schedule right now. They play there in August, so maybe I'll go there in August. We'll see.
Let's go to Miami, bro. I'm going to Miami.
Nah, I know you're crazy on Miami. My boy JC, shout out to him. He's like, yo, let's go to LA. I know LA's crazy. A lot of Yankee fans headed out to LA.
We got to roll deep when we go to LA.
Nah, for real. Got to roll deep. Dodgers fans, I heard they're crazy. That should be interesting. But Kev, series win for the Yankees.
Huge win.
Gotta be happy. I go to sleep better tonight and only won a series.
We all do.
Off day tomorrow, we get to enjoy the off day, Kevin, a little bit.
Yes, we
Take
do.
a deep breath. And listen, you guys want to watch other baseball, just enjoy the off day. Everybody's probably listening to this on Thursday morning or whatever time you guys are listening. We appreciate you guys, sticking with us, tuning into us, leaving some feedback, good or bad. We want to get better.
Yep. And we will.
Me and Kev. Yeah, definitely. We love talking Yanks with you guys and all that stuff. And, we really enjoy it. But, Kev, you got anything else to say before we head out?
No, man. I'm not going to say fire Boone because that's not going to happen.
Got you. Nah, listen.
Well, only a few things when it comes to injury updates. They did say Canely is looking like at the end of the month. So that's a good sign. Rodon went extra testing today. That's not good. There's always something with his back or something. It's not his forearm anymore. It's his back that's funny. And Stan as well. Stan was moving today. I think he was batting light BP and out there.
We love that.
Yeah, so that's a good.
We love that
as well. And let's hope that Bader doesn't have to go anywhere and he's still there. We definitely need him at the Trop.
Peraza rolled his ankle. He's getting X-rays.
We're gonna have to wait for that. That didn't look good because not only rolling his ankle, Mario, I was gonna say when he was running, he was gonna fall. So it looks like he stepped. And, so it was like, it was funny. I mean, maybe it is what it is, but hopefully.
I had a feeling something happened though. I don't know if it was before with the slide. Again, I just got home. I was like, let's get on here. Record the.
You have any JD news?
Nah,
no, you don't know. I mean, I wonder what's going on with JD.
Nothing going on. Not sure what's going on with him. He's just taking his $25 million, enjoying his time, and gonna sign somebody next year. He's gonna rake.
Of course.
And it's gonna hurt my soul.
They're gonna post
it is what it is. It is what it is. But I wanted to end with this. Cashman said, "Don't count us out." And the Yankees are 1-0. The Yankees are 1-0 since. That's all I'm gonna say. The Yankees are 1-0 since Cashman said, "Don't count us out yet." So hey, keep winning series.
Clay Holmes is not that guy. King is our closer for now, and Wandy.
We'll take that.
Let's
go Yanks.
Let's take 2 from the Trop. Come on, we can do it. We steal one, and then anything can happen 2 days later. So we steal one of the 2, and we get Cole.
Steal game one. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And nobody's hit him well this year so far. That's our ace. That's our guy. It's a horse. So gotta rock with him. I think we ran a little late today, Kev. A little more than 30 minutes.
It was a great.
But it is what it is.
I went on. So
Yeah. Listen, we got to talk about, our Boone rant, home, stuff like that. But we won the series.
Yes.
So be happy, guys. Smile. We won the series. Hopefully we're getting Judge back soon. He will not be here for the race series, but yep. Thank you guys for watching on either Spotify, Apple, YouTube. We really appreciate you guys. Drop a like, sub, all that fun stuff like Kevin you like to say. And thank you guys for watching episode 12 of the Bronx Nothing podcast.